has left the Breakfast Club. Okay. She made an announcement last night via her Twitter. It was more of a cryptic message at the time. I thought it was straightforward. She said, "The Breakfast Club as you know it is officially over. As you know it, it's the end of the world as we know it." So at first I was like, oh shit, Breakfast Club is done. And me personally, I'm like, shit, that sucks. I'm not happy about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like, fuck them, I don't care about those guys anyway. Yeah. Nah. I mess with each one of them equally. I can't even say I admire one's like work ethic or rise to success more than the other, because they all have serious accolades under their belts. And I really mess with Charlemagne the God heavy, where I'm like, yo, I really like the way that this guy has evolved in the game, just the way that the things that he's been able to do. And a lot of times I'll favor Charlemagne when it comes to the Breakfast Club as far as my favorites out of the three. But then I think about Angela Yee and how much she brings to the table, how much history that she has in the game. Like, yo, she was an intern for Shady back in the days, or for Wu-Tang, I mean, back in the days. Like, she has a lot of history. People, they have a hard time trying to figure out how old Angela Yee is because black don't crack. But Angela Yee is like 46, 47 years old. No disrespect. I don't want to out her age or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying it to say she has a lot of history in the game and a lot of value to bring to shit. You know what I'm saying? When she knows, when she's talking about something from back in the days or talking about something now and still keeping up on what's going on now, she knows what she's talking about. It's not like she heard it or she Googled the shit. She was probably there most of the time. But one thing I did see in the comments, and salute to the comment gang over here, right? So voice weighs a ton from the segment we were talking about before. It says our city needs unity. Way shoots. When I must live, man. Somethings. I'm not gonna repeat that part. Love Jailhouse. Yo, Patois is so sick it gets always past the YouTube algorithms, eh? Holy. EBGK says, fam, I'm new to this podcast. What I miss? Well, today we're doing a live. New episodes dropping tomorrow with Honey Jams. The founder of Honey Jam. Okay, that's the first episode that's going to be dropped, or second episode this week. Okay, so 2 episodes a week, audio and video. We out here. Rockboy Ninja says, she no good. She needs to have a family. She's pushing 50, acting like a teenager. Yo, strong shot, headshot. Holy. Bogerton, what up? Yo, ABGK, yo, slow down. That's my boo. Oh, no. And the thing is, this sentiment that I'm seeing in the comments over here on YouTube is kind of the same sentiment that I'm seeing in the comments on Instagram. I'm like, y'all don't fuck with Angela Yee? Y'all don't fuck with the West Coast? Y'all don't fuck with Brooklyn? I'm like, why y'all so going so hard at her in the comments? Over here and over here. They're like, good. All right, Fleet DJ said everything done. Yo. X-File sounds. We'll chat about that later, dongles. Club done. Was kind of falling off. I remember 10 years ago, it was peaking. Not 10 years ago. Come on, guys. But she didn't leave, okay? She's staying at Power 105.5 at iHeartRadio. She's going to be getting her own show. She's just going to be on a different time slot. She's not going to be with the Man Dem. I don't know what's going to be happening with the Breakfast Club. Bogerton, what up? I don't know what's going to be happening with the Breakfast Club. However, she's still there. Okay, she'll still be seeing them in the hallway while they're leaving. You know, they can like side eye each other on the way into the fucking in and out of the office. You know what I'm saying? Because they were talking about, and I seen there was tension behind the scenes, right? Y'all remember when the whole Gucci Mane thing went down, and Gucci Mane was saying that she tried to holler at him, she denied it, and then he did the interview with Charlamagne the God, a one-on-one interview. And even those things, people started seeing the one-on-one interviews with Charlamagne, started seeing her leaning more into her lip service podcast that she's been doing from time. Like even before Breakfast Club, she was doing lip service. And I listen, or I do both. I listen sometimes to lip service if I'm driving or something like that. But I watch lip service on YouTube regularly. You know what I'm saying? I watch women-driven podcasts, women-hosted podcasts a lot, right? Not just podcasts with the Man Dem or guys who are the host. I really mess with that podcast heavy. Her show is sick. You know what I mean? Salute to her. Salute to Stephanie Santiago. Salute to Gigi McGuire. Salute to the next shorty who used to be on her show, L'Oreal. But I don't think L'Oreal's on her show no more. You know what I'm saying? But her leaving is going to be a big deal. I don't think, and this is my take, this is just me, I don't think the Breakfast Club's going to last. I think after this, they're going to finish out the year. They're going to finish out 2022. And in 2023, you're not going to see a new version of the Breakfast Club. It's just going to be no more. Okay? You're not going to see the Breakfast Club with Charlamagne and Envy and some other person, or just Charlamagne and Envy by themselves. Charlamagne did say something in this morning's broadcast of the Breakfast Club, right? Because she made the announcement this morning after the tweet. He did say something. He said he has to have some conversations with the people at iHeart too about his contract soon. Okay? It was in passing. They moved on to something else. He just kind of said it quickly. Like he said everything in a certain speed, but then kind of listen to that. You know when you do that? When you just say something a little quicker? He did one of those. Right? So in my mind, you know, he's got a few different things going on. He has his show. It's not called The God's Honest Truth anymore, but it's called something else on Comedy Central. He's doing his thing. Brilliant Idiots podcast. He has a whole podcast network. Like, the man's busy. Right? The only person who's really holding on to this, and it's not because I think he has money issues, it's just because he loves the fact that, you know, he came in and it was his show to begin with. He's the one who chose who got to be on that show in the first place with DJ Envy. He got bread. He probably had the most bread out of all of them until like recently. But he explained in the Queen's Flip interview, the Flip the Script interview, how he moved over to 105.5. He had a show over there, and then they presented him with a morning show. And they asked him, who do you want to have on the morning show? Do you want to have Charlamagne the God? At first he said no, because the man got fired from 4 other radio jobs. But then after a conversation with him and Charlamagne, they had the symmetry in the conversation. He said, all right, bring him in. Then they asked him, what about Angela Yee? Okay, y'all can go check the Queen Flip interview. He breaks it all down. They asked him, what about Angela Yee? He was like, no, she's too wild at the mouth. That lip service thing that she's doing over at Sirius Radio, that's a little bit too crazy. What if she gets on the mic and curses? And then we'll get FCC shit. They're like, nah, don't worry about it. Try her out. Talk to her. He talked to her. Cool. And the Breakfast Club was born. Okay, for y'all who didn't know, y'all who didn't get to see that interview, that's how it happened. It was Envy's baby. You know what I'm saying? It was his choices of the host that, if y'all don't even notice, Envy's the A mic. Okay? He doesn't talk the most. The A mic doesn't always talk the most, but he directs the traffic. Okay? Boom. This is the end of the segment. He's probably has the timer there. He knows when the segment's supposed to end. All right. He introduces the segment. Yo, it's DJ Envy, Charlemagne the God, and Angela Yee's The Breakfast Club. And we got a special guest. That's by design. Okay? Because he's the A mic. A lot of people think it's Charlemagne. But DJ Envy is actually the A mic. All right? Just for a little bit of radio talk and broadcast talk for people who don't know those different terms. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. EBGK says, why does it take 12 years to fly to Russia when Russia... what? I don't know what you're talking about there, bro. But yeah, I always thought you were talking about 12 years of Breakfast Club because they're 12 years going on 13 years. But like I said, I don't think that they're going to make it into next year. Like they'll make it to next year, but then you're not going to be seeing new Breakfast Club interviews and new Breakfast Club content in 2023. That's just my prediction. Okay. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Okay. But from what Charlemagne said, the tone that he had, his demeanor, it just, to me, just read like, I'm probably out of here just now too, fam. Like, don't think that I'm getting too comfortable, bro. Like, I'm getting a lot of bags. Last thing I want to address, and salute to Angela Yee, okay? Big salute to Angela Yee, and best of luck on all her future endeavors, okay? She's also getting a syndication through iHeart for her podcast, the Lip Service podcast. So congratulations to her.